The Sophisticatedly Ratchet podcast is a roundtable formatted conversational podcast about any and everything.
6 Black queens and kings from New York City,
sharing our views on Black lifestyle, culture, relationships, religion, and current events.
Here at SR, we try to give our listeners the real in a world of fake.
Worldly professionals with class that also know how to switch it up.
Now let's talk our wild shit.
What's good?
Gang.
Hello to our Sophisticatedly Ratchet tribe members. What's
Peace
good?
Peace and love, y'all.
Welcome to another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I'm going to introduce my team. And I'm going to start off with, he be all over the goddamn place. But we love him the same.
Nigga be moving. He's
our favorite F boy. What does the F stand for today, Shake?
Fanatic. Like I've used that word before. So you want me to introduce myself? What it do? It's your boy Shake, aka Mr. HSD, aka Mr. AFF. The F is for fanatic today. All right, yo. So I'm just here to have a great episode and hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Hey.
Absolutely. Next, we're gonna go to our sunflower duality queen.
Okay.
Ice cold baby. What's up, bestie?
What's up, bestie? You look so cute today.
Oh, thank
hey,
you.
tribe. I miss you, tribe. I hate waiting a whole week to hear from you guys or to see you guys.
Of course.
I mean, you want to do this more often, TJ? Like, you want to do like 3 recordings a week?
Tribe, I want to do this forever. I want to get paid to talk shit with you guys and my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm putting that into the universe. Manifesting it.
gang.
And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't introduce myself.
No surprise.
Number 3.
No surprise.
It's your girl Mo.
Gang.
Your ex is up. It's okay.
Section 5, hails from Co-op City, Bronx all day. Don't ever zone my shit. Just don't do it. You know.
You already know.
You know what's wild? The more and more I do this now, when I say throw up the X, it make me realize like that's where they got the Wakanda forever shit.
Yes, the Wakanda.
When you think about it,
it's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Everything originated in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Wasn't for everything.
You think niggas here come up with this shit by themselves? Like
whatever.
Yo, Marvel, you got some explaining to do, Marvel.
Yeah.
Come talk nice. Come talk nice.
That BX, exactly. Next, we going to, Queens by way of Atlanta. Okay. Spew God, who be dripping and drizzling all over the place.
Yo, what's good, everybody?
What's good,
boy, man? Ain't shit. What's good, everybody? If you don't know, I'm your man, Mash. Spew God Drip Drip, represent South Jamaica Queens. Only Queens make kings. Spew is an abbreviation from spreading positive energy wherever. And as an ambassador to Spew, it's my job to enrich the lives of everybody that I meet. Tribe, like TJ said, I'm so happy to be back with you guys. We got some current events to bring to you guys here. I'm excited to talk about a bunch of cool shit. And we here. Let's do it.
All right.
And of course, last but not least, the one who also always be philosophizing. He is the head of the Big Gang movement. Sex your chocolate. Go ahead, Flash.
In the house. Yo, peace, y'all. It is me. Today, I had a good quote. Today I am the man that believes that your response to your situations will trigger both your growth and your freedom. All right, it's your boy. It is he. It is me. It is I, Flash the philosopher. What up?
There we go. That was a good one.
What's up?
I agree
so
with
of
that.
course, y'all know before we start our recordings, we like to zen. Get our alignment together. So let me go to our girl TJ, who gets us together and gets our chakras aligned.
It's gonna be a great ass day because I said it was gonna be a great ass day. I won't accept nothing else. Nothing bad will enter my day. Say that shit like you mean it. Howl it. No bad days.
None.
Word.
I love listening to us in the car. Did I say that? to you guys before?
Yes.
I love listening to us in the car, and I loved hearing the No Bad Days segment. And every time I listen to it, I actually do it. It makes me feel very relieved or relaxed, I should say. Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, right? All over the place. So No Bad Days tribe. Today we're going to be talking about the heart chakra. It's located in the middle of the chest or in the center of your chest. The color is green and it represents your connection to compassion, forgiveness, and love for yourself and others. And for today, I wanted to give you guys the question of how do you give love to others? So I want you to ask yourself, like, how do you give your love? How do you give it to yourself? And I want you to think of things like that. Because sometimes we think about how we're receiving love, like, oh, I want to feel like this. But how are you giving love? How are you giving love to yourself? And how are you giving love to others? I want you guys to think about that today as we do our meditation. Okay. And yeah. All right, guys. So like we always do, we're going to go ahead and take a nice deep breath in and out. Dope.
That was a big bang, TJ.
Thank you. Shit. I try. Yeah, open up that heart chakra, guys.
Exactly.
Was like,
no bad days.
That was great. That was great.
Awesome.
Woo, we feel aligned. Next, we're gonna trickle on over to the
Word of the week.
There you go.
What's good, Shake? Okay. Let us know what this week's word of the week is.
Yo, let me give you today's fucking math, okay? Today's motherfucking ergonomics. Yeah, whatever. It's the word. It's word of the day. Word of the day.
Week.
You got word of the week.
All right.
Fuck it
up. Fucking it up.
Okay, wait. That was my first time messing it up in a long time. Word of the week. All right. So
2 episodes is a long time.
Yeah, it was. First off, okay, it was flash.
Don't get distracted, Shake. Don't get distracted, Shake. Don't get distracted, Shake.
Fucking 2 episodes ago. So all right.
Yo,
so
let me deflecting, nigga. Come
on. It's a toxic trait. It's a toxic trait of mine. All right. So this week's word of the week is covetousness. It's a strong wish to have something, especially something that doesn't belong. Especially, it's a strong wish to have something, especially something that belongs to someone else. So it don't gotta be that belongs to someone else, but it could just be a strong wish to want something. Okay. And I'll use this sentence. So my car does not incite covetousness.
We heard that one already.
The car.
We need a new better one. Please.
A new sentence. Okay, I got it. So a young boy brought his new toy to school, and it incited covetousness amongst the other kindergartners.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay, we'll take that. Damn, that took forever, guys.
Yeah, sorry. You're funny,
that was a good one. That was a better sentence.
That was a good one.
Because anyway, covet means to want somebody else's stuff.
Right.
So it's covet. So it's covetousness.
Yeah,
covetousness.
All right.
Yo, Shake.
Anyway.
Thanks, Flash.
I got you.
Sorry, that's Shake. Yo, Flash, can you please go easy on me when I use a word wrong? Because I know I'm gonna say
I got you.
Just when I say it wrong, don't come from my neck, bro.
For this round,
mine either.
Look, all you gotta do is try.
No point.
Yo,
Flash. No point, bro. No point for that. No point.
Whatever.
Covetousness. We got this, okay?
We got this. And before we move into the episode,
okay.
TJ, we gotta let the tribe and everybody know where to find us at.
Of
where
course,
they can look for us.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet. You can hear us everywhere you hear podcasts. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon has podcasts, Spotify. Did I say Spotify?
Spotify.
iHeartRadio, and you can connect with us on IG. We are on IG. Our handle is So Ratchet Podcast. Our handle on TikTok is So Ratchet Podcast. On YouTube, where you can see our beautiful and handsome faces, it's So Ratchet Space Podcast. And on what else? Twitter, we're So Ratchet Pod. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
Go ahead, hit the like button, the subscribe button. Follow us right now. Hit the notifications bell on TikTok, even on your whatever platform that you're using to listen to us, so that new episodes drop on Wednesday. You'll get notified and you get to hear us. Thank you for being a part of the tribe, guys.
I love it. Love it.
I just want to throw this extra little piece ahead. We were getting some feedback from the tribe about why we keep doing the intros, saying who we are, because we want to introduce ourselves to new tribe members. We love y'all, new tribe members. Welcome to the tribe,
new people.
gang.
You are a part of the tribe. If you're listening, you're a part of the tribe.
Yo, I love low key how TJ be making like new social networks every time she be talking that shit.
I already know where you going.
Today was Spotify. Last time it was like Twitter or some shit like that. And I be saying here like, oh, she got another one. I'm saying like, we need to start marketing this shit. This shit is good.
Can I say something, guys? And I know that this is a little off, but like, you remember when my throat chakra, the bowl, stopped working? Because I was traveling with it. It just lost its tune. Right. And I haven't been able to hit the throat chakra in a long time but I know that I can unbalance myself outside of the singing bowl. But I'm just letting you know that I feel flustered with my words recently. I don't know if it's the weed intake or what.
Don't blame the medicine. Don't blame
the medicine. Okay. I mean, I don't know, but I need to open up my throat chakra. And I haven't done that with the tribe in a while because my bowl stopped working.
Open that shit.
Tribe, if you want to go ahead and gift me, you can go ahead and gift us. It's in our TJ Picks. It's in our So Ratchet Picks. It's the yoga bowls. If you want to gift it to me.
That's our favorite chakra.
All right, so we'll put a link in the show notes if you want to sponsor TJ to get another throat chakra so she can stop creating these new social media networks. This is a great opportunity. Okay.
Whatevs.
Anyway. So, of course, guys, this is our current event episode. We're going to just, pretty much talk about things that's been going on.
We're going to talk about?
Talk about
we're going to talk about things. We're going to talk about stuff that's been going on. But before we jump in, we're going to just touch briefly on our Thanksgiving. How was Thanksgiving, guys?
Yeah. I think
briefly.
I had a great Thanksgiving. Okay, I went 2 places. I ate and shit. I had my first hangover this year, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's adult shit. Adults don't get hangovers all the time. We slip up every once in a while. When you fucking getting hangovers every week, you got to grow the fuck up, okay? Because you fucking
no, son. You got to know how to prevent them. You got to drink some milk thistle, bro. If you consume some milk thistle, you ain't gonna get the hangover, bro.
I love the natural herbs.
People who get hangovers every week need to grow the fuck up, okay? This was my first hangover this year. This was my first hangover this year, and this shit was horrible. So I don't know how people do this shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. I lost half my day, half my Thanksgiving, but by the time I woke up, the food was ready.
There you go.
That's why I love weed. No hangover.
Oh gosh, I'll talk briefly. Thanksgiving was good. The food was good. Very small, intimate, and that's that. I enjoy it, so I can't complain. That's all I'm gonna say.
My Thanksgiving was really interesting. I traveled out of town to go spend it with family. It was full of good energy, good vibes. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Not good food.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
You gonna leave it at that? We ain't gonna discuss the food. We're just gonna leave it right there. I got
you. Leave it right there.
Next.
Yeah.
I usually have a Friendsgiving every year, or for the past few years, I usually have that. And this year, I wanted to do something special to support me. Tribe, if you don't know, I've been dealing with some health stuff, and that's why I've been getting more in tune with myself and self-care. So I decided to do something called a Gals Giving, where I did only vegan foods that are healing to myself, to my body, and I get to like have surplus plates of it and be around good company. And I made it very intimate, and I hired a private chef. And I would say all my guests were happy, but I think that I wouldn't have a private chef again.
Why not?
Yeah, the experience wasn't the greatest. I just felt like some of the items that I wanted to be there just weren't there. Yeah.
There wasn't a menu?
There was a menu. She just kind of decided to do her own thing.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, so you didn't get to decide on the things you get to eat?
We created a menu. She asked me what I wanted. I told her what I wanted, and she created other stuff.
And then she said,
"Okay,
she said, "This is my menu, nigga."
She made other stuff. I mean, some of the guests were happy with it. Some of it, like the jerk.
I got more
she
questions.
made jerk mushrooms, and the jerk mushrooms are like kind of like just really spicy. You know, you can't just use the jerk seasoning from the jar. If you guys don't know about that, if you're not Caribbean, like there's a jerk seasoning that's in the jar that is super salty, and everybody's aware of it that it's salty because that's how they preserve it. So you know you have to cut the salt when you add it to it. So like people are like, oh my God, this is super spicy and it's super salty because she just threw the jerk seasoning on it. I don't know.
After she already seasoned it.
And these mushrooms are not cheap, by the way. These mushrooms are like $8.99 a pound. If anybody knows about like meat prices, seafood prices, mushrooms are not cheap. I spent over like $200 in mushrooms.
Nice.
A lot of money.
Nice.
For only 6 people, by the way.
Because she did what she wanted to your mushrooms.
That leads me to my question that I wanted to ask was that did she supply the food for this event that was catered or?
No, I actually supplied the food.
So wait, you supplied the food and everything?
Yeah, and her job was to cook it and present it.
Wow.
But she actually came up with the entire idea of the event. I thought she kind of was going to create the event. Like she titled it Gals Giving, and she also you know, came up with a dope little pretty presentation of a Canva for me to invite my friends and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she set the mood with like a tea, but the tea was cold, the food was cold, but it was just off. It was off, and I get to do things better for my next Vegansgiving.
Okay. Yo, TJ.
And I think you compare it, and you should compare it to things that you've had in the past.
And I think that's my problem. I'm comparing it to when Mo, we went to Antigua for my birthday. Mo surprised me with a trip to Antigua for my birthday. We had a private chef, and I want to say we had steak and lobster for $100
We had steak and lobster,
person.
and it was $100 per person, and the chef supplied the food.
Everything.
Okay.
Everything.
Right. Everything was provided down to the dessert was provided by the chef. Yeah. He charged us, I believe it was $100 per person. So there's no way that I'm providing.
Not only that.
Wait, I just want to be, there you go. That's what I'm trying to get. There's no way that I fund and bought the food. That needs to be deducted from the price of the bill.
DJ, she was bamboozling you from the beginning and shit. She got you all hooked in and shit, and then she got you
to buy her food before, and I knew that her food was really good. I did a meal plan.
You to buy the food too. The fuck, she is still she good. She's a good salesperson. That's all I'm gonna say. She's a good salesperson.
I mean, I'll say that I'm going to do things differently next year. And if you weren't invited, if you're one of my friends, don't worry about it. It was for vegans, and I wanted to support just my healing journey. And I think I want to do it differently next year because I want to make sure that people know that when you're going vegan, all these imitation things are not that healthy either. And I feel like people are moving away from like real foods, and that's really scary to me. But that's another conversation.
Okay.
I want to have a deeper conversation with you about what you consider real food.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we can totally do that.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that.
That's a fact.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the only one left. What you mean, anybody else, nigga? Why you gonna cut my whole shit out?
I know my shit was dry, but I said anybody.
Just like his turkey was dry too.
You might have been like, nah, go ahead. That's why I said anybody else.
Like, who am I gonna pass it to, nigga?
I ain't cut it off.
Anyway,
this guy had nuggets. He had nuggets for freaking Thanksgiving.
Right? But you know what? As TJ was speaking, I was saying here like, oh, she has something called Gals Giving. I was saying here like, yo, I should do like Gallus Giving next year, and like
Gallus. And invite who? Who you inviting? All your side chicks?
No, just the homies.
Shit, side chicks bring a plate.
Maybe even some side chicks, right? And then we all gonna just share like whole stories and shit. Right. And be like, yeah, remember when I was a Gallus? Like, you know,
she'll never be alone again.
I'm claiming that we'll be able to have a sophisticatedly ratchet Thanksgiving, and we can finally put out our card game that we've been talking about for like 3 years.
All right,
because that's another thing about Thanksgiving is you spend time with families, play games and stuff.
Facts.
Wow.
You know, I would like to use this time to have a Covetousness to continue my segment about talking about
I'm sorry, Covetousness.
fucking hoe. Anyway, Flash's Thanksgiving. Okay, Flash's Thanksgiving was good. I was telling y'all, like, this is actually the first Thanksgiving that I spent by myself. And it was decent. Flash spent his Thanksgiving in his underwear and Crocs playing Call of Duty and Rocket League. All right, if you want to see me on that PS5, you Meatloaf 2185. All right, at me.
Is that your name, Meatloaf?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So before we jump into our current events episode, some of you have noticed. I mean, people have hit me up as well. Boogie is no longer part of Sophisticatedly Ratchet. We wish him the best on his future endeavors.
Facts.
Of course, we want to see everybody do well. But unfortunately, his journey has ended here with us. We've, grateful to have had him, and he's moved on. So, like I said, we wish him the best in his future endeavors. Okay,
right.
So
shout out to him.
that answers the question. Yes,
okay,
that answers the question. When people are like, "Oh, where's Boogie?" He's no longer he's no longer a part of Sophisticatedly Ratchet.
Yes.
So all right.
Anyone asked me a question, and I said, "Listen to the current events episode." That's your answer right here.
Nice.
But I do think it's just it's just fair to say we couldn't move in the same direction creatively,
right?
And that's it's just something that sometimes happens in shit,
absolutely.
and we just got to be honest about ourselves as far as like where our passion and our time lies. So that's just what it is.
Everybody's
but shout out to him and all his contributions to the show.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Yay. All right. So now we're the Fabulous Five, and we're gonna jump into our current events episode. And we're gonna start off a little heavy, and then we're gonna get into some of the stuff. But as we all know, which is one of the biggest stories, is Shanquella Robinson. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. Shake, you want to share a little stuff, and of course, we'll definitely be chiming in, obviously. But yes, let's talk about Shanquella Robinson, which is a very
Yes, definitely a very important story. Okay. I'm gonna talk about Shanquella Robinson. So for those of you who don't know, all right, there was a young lady by the name of Shanquella Robinson. She was murdered, all right, and on a trip in Cancun, correct? Were they in Cancun?
Correct.
Just Mexico.
Mexico. Yeah.
I believe it was Baja. They was in Baja, as a matter of fact. I believe it was Baja. They was in Baja Resort. Okay. To start, I just want to say that the friends showed up home without Shanquella. Okay. And they went to the parents and said that, Shanquella, she couldn't come back with us because she died. She died of alcohol poisoning. All right. That's basically what they told the parents. All right. When a few weeks, like a week later or so, more footage that came up of what was the girl's name? Danjanae.
Yeah, Danjanae.
Danjanae was actually beating up Shanquella. Like it's a video of her like beating Shanquella down
while she's naked.
While she's
naked
in the hotel, apparently.
In the hotel, all right.
In the villa, because it's not a hotel. And it's very important we say it's not a hotel. That's why other people didn't hear what was going on. They were definitely there at a villa. So
they were at a villa.
While it's being recorded by another person in the room.
By other friends in the room. There were multiple people in the room watching her get beaten down. Right?
Naked.
Word. So we don't know what happened before the fight. We don't know what triggered the fight. A lot of people say it's covetousness, but it may or may not be. It may not be because of that. We don't know what the issue was between her and the other girl. And then apparently it wasn't only the girl who is on video beating her up. There's another young lady who they're saying may have body slammed her after, which
by the name of Winter,
who may have been the one who caused the final blow to make her actually pass away and have that spinal cord injury. Mash, you wanted to add something?
No, I just wanted to ask or confirm, how far into the trip did this happen? This happened as soon as they got there?
This happened within 24 hours of the trip.
I didn't even get on. I know it happened on October 29th.
Just said it.
It happened within 24 hours.
Yeah, they were able to go to dinner and come back because she was able to tell her parents, like, I just went to dinner. We just came back.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
When I think about
no, this happened at 2 p.m. though. It
2
happened
p.m.
at 2.
Yeah.
I believe it was
2
the next day.
Within 24 hours. Yeah, the next day.
Yeah, it would have been the
Within
next
24
day.
hours.
Yeah.
But peak game. But hold on. I need some. How long were they out in Mexico or whatever for?
That's what I'm saying.
We don't know because it happened within 24 hours. And then they
no,
returned
but when did they come back home with her stuff? You know, did they finish the rest of the trip?
No, they flew back. They flew back
they
home,
flew
and
back
while her
without
body
her.
was still in Mexico.
In Mexico,
and in
yeah.
my
So
in
they
my
ended the
opinion,
trip.
So they ended the trip early. Is what?
Ended the trip early, yes. And in my opinion, it was and I'm gonna say the word wrong, covetousness, because here is Shanquilla, and I believe she was 25 years of age. She was a business owner. She had a hair braiding business. She had, I believe, 2 businesses. And I want to be clear, she funded this trip for her friends. She paid for everything. She paid for the entire trip.
I think we should stop calling them friends. I don't think.
Well, yeah, but I called them the 6. She
people.
funded the trip for the 6, right? She paid for it.
Crazy.
Right, she paid for it.
That's wild.
I didn't know that.
There's also circulations and updated information in regards to the doctor that came is being investigated. The 2 police officers that was on site is being investigated because of the contradictions of the police report. $17,000 came up missing that she bought on the trip. So you know, we have to be, it's a lot of trickery, because my thing is, as a medical professional, if you was there at 2:00 and the 6 are telling you, oh, don't take her to the hospital, fuck what the 6 says. You're a medical professional. She's not doing good. It's your duty to call the amp and say, no, this person needs to be taken up. So from 2, when she was, whether she was lightly breathing or not, till 6, when they, about 5:50 something, when they pronounced her dead, you had all of those hours to do something, and you listen to the 6 people who are not medical professionals.
That's
wild. That sounds insane.
It does sound insane, but I know what it's like when you go to another country. People from other countries are really nervous when they deal with Americans, honestly.
Right. I mean, I get that, but as a medical professional, this is I hear that, but we have to.
I agree.
They're dealing with someone's life, so whether you're scared or not, you have to do the right thing, and then have the friends, whatever. We could all go to the hospital together. But in my medical profession, no, I cannot have her stay here. I need to take her to the hospital. Let's find out. Also, depending on what they told the doctor, as far as, she's dying of alcohol poisoning, that's what they're treating her for. So they're giving her, I mean, what they said,
they need to do their own evaluation.
So originally the doctor said that she was stable but dehydrated.
Correct.
And they're saying that the acquaintances refused to send her to the hospital. I'm glad they're using the word acquaintances now. And the police report said that the Charlotte native went into cardiac arrest and was declared dead by 6 p.m. All right.
Correct. And that's a contradiction, because
however the autopsy, okay? The autopsy differs from the report stating that the medical officials arrived before 3 p.m., quickly declaring Miss Robinson dead from severe spinal cord injury and a dislocated neck. So that's what she was supposed to be. That's what she actually died from. Okay, so there's a lot of funkiness with this story right here. So now, after all of the unrest, right? Apparently the Mexican authorities are now pursuing a case against the young lady who's videoed. Them, as a matter of fact, they haven't even stated the name of the person that they're pressing charges against, but they are pressing charges against one of the acquaintances for femicide, and that is the charge that they're charging them with, and it's the act of killing a woman based on her gender. Okay, so I don't understand how that even makes sense, but that's what they want to charge her with. And but from what I understand, the U.S. officials have not released it yet, and it might be because they might charge her on their own. I don't even know if they can, because they were 2 American citizens in another country, so they may be able to charge her here. So we'll see how that goes. Right?
This story is so fucking heartbreaking, bro.
Crazy.
Like the more we unpack the details of this story, it just makes me feel so sorry for her. She was like, she was mauled. She was mauled in that room and left to die by herself, bro. And then we get all this messy news from all these different professionals that can't tell us what happened to this girl's life. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. I mean, it's so sad. Did you guys get a chance to? Well, her father spoke to TMZ and had a recording, and he talked about how he felt about what happened to his baby. And that was heartbreaking too. Like they had him talk about him
what did he say?
not being. He was basically saying that he missed out. He's gonna miss out on a lot of things in her life now. He's never gonna see her get married. He's never
have
gonna
children,
have grandchildren. You know, he's never gonna be with his daughter again. He said he said outright she wasn't a fighter, and you can see from the video that she's not a fighter. And if anybody know their kid, they know that they can't fight. My baby can't fight. My baby can't fight. And then to know that somebody sat back and recorded my baby getting beat up. And nobody helped my baby. Like, and that's just heartbreaking.
And while they was recording and telling her to fight back, within that, she still said no. The father also mentioned, which is very important, that this is his only child. He doesn't have another child to, you know, to kind of dote over or help him grieve. That's his only child. So he talked about that as well. So it's just an unfortunate story. It really is.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah.
And it just makes you think, like, you know, you can't travel with every and anybody. And I think I learned that this summer going to Miami for Carnival. You can't travel with every and anybody. You really have to know everybody that you're traveling with. And we got to use the words friend very carefully.
You know what? But and that's true. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I discovered a lot of friends through traveling, especially like finding out like who I want as far as to remain my friends. But at the same time, I guess maybe I didn't go everywhere with everybody. So it's so hard to kind of discern that when you're trying to figure out like who these cool people are, or why you even like chilling with people in general. But I agree with you. Like sometimes you just need to understand like how to kind of see through people who are just like giving you bullshit and people who are like really gonna rock for you or whatnot. And I think that does take a while, unfortunately. So
it does. Yeah, and I feel like then that's how you know. After you travel with someone, you're like, okay, I know I could do this, or I can't travel with this person again. You kind of know after the fact. I want to also bring up, you know, sometimes when you're on vacation, you're super excited and you're drinking alcohol, and some people, when they're under the influence of alcohol, they have that courage. You know what I'm saying? Where they boss up. They ready to boss up and talk shit. And, you know, I also know that there's this whole culture of everybody recording shit. You know what I mean?
Wild.
And it's just, it's toxic.
I mean, because I mean, at the end of the day, I know everybody's first thought is like, this is covetousness, right? Like they might have been jealous of her, whatever, but you never know what she said before that fight. You don't know what triggered that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I paid for this whole trip and shit.
Y'all bums.
You know what I'm saying?
Bum ass niggas.
She could have been a little crazy with it, but nothing she said deserved
warranted this.
Exactly.
Yeah,
nothing she could have said.
Yeah, you ain't lie.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. So, you know, we're gonna move along. Of course, we're gonna move along. And we're gonna keep our ears to the street as more.
Condolences to her friends and family.
And we're gonna keep our ears to the street, of course. You know, because I'm pretty sure the story is gonna continue to update.
Of course. So I want to see this on Lifetime.
It's a lot of stories that's gonna come out. And just, you know, I'm gonna jump into briefly with 2 shootings that occurred. Oh, unfortunately, there was a mass shooting in Walmart that happened in Virginia. 6 was killed. The gunman, who was Andre Bing, also shot himself. And as the story started to develop, he was black. He was black. He actually, at the story, he wrote a letter. And in the letter, he kind of depicts as if he was being bullied by these said co-workers. He talked a lot about disappointing God, and you know, he knows he shouldn't do this. He actually, I believe, bought the gun the same day of the incident. That
I'm sure he bought it from Walmart. Hello.
Look, he bought it legally. That's one thing. He bought it legally.
He bought it legally. He had no past criminal history or anything of that nature. So this looks like, I don't know if what he was battling with, but he definitely alluded in the letter as if he was being bullied by said employees at work.
Did he actually kill those employees, or did he kill random
Yes,
people?
I believe so. No, he killed those employees.
Got it.
And you know, he talked about, he knew what he was doing was wrong, and you know, and knew he was going to have to deal with that. So that was, you know, that was a sad story. You know, unfortunately, I wish he could have, you know, went to sought help, or, you know, said, hey, I'm feeling this way, and, you know, get therapy. But a lot, you know, we know that therapy is more so taboo in any community, and much taboo in the Black community. So I don't know what he was battling with, demons or whatever he was dealing with. But, you know, I send the condolences to the lives that was lost from that Walmart incident.
This situation is fucked up. Yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off more. I just want to jump in and add context. So this dude was he was I want to say overnight employee, right?
He was a
So him
manager
and
though,
his
right?
He was a
right,
manager. Yeah, he was a
right.
manager.
I'm just saying the time of the day
For the
he started
night
his shift,
shift.
right?
Night
For the night
Gotcha.
shift, he ran in the break room with a 9 and shot people in the break room as they were starting their shift for the day.
Yeah.
That's
That's
wild.
yeah.
He just bust off everybody about to start their night shift. He shot 6 people. He let one girl go. She was a new girl who just started 5 days ago, and he told her to leave. But he
Yeah.
shot
Right,
6 other
right.
people that he worked with. They left and in the note that was left, they said Bing claimed to his coworkers made fun of him and compared him to Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer, yeah.
Right. And
Blood.
even some of them had mocked and laughed at him. That's what he said in his note. Again, that
Yeah.
doesn't justify running into the break room at the start of the shift and
Absolutely
clapping
not.
everybody. You know, that shit is craziness. You
I
know,
don't think
Yeah.
it justifies in it, but it definitely does speak like to how I guess how we talk to people does have repercussions, especially
Yeah.
when and I also I come from an era where it's like teasing was so normalized and maybe there weren't as many repercussions because I grew up on like mama jokes and we would just crack and snap on each other and we would say the most hurtful and offensive shit, but at the same time it was almost like an experience to toughen your skin,
Right.
and but at the same time we didn't just tease any and everyone. We teased people who understood that maybe they wanted or they I'm not saying enjoy being teased, but they can like snap back at you. It never was ever like,
Right.
hey, you
Like a
this person,
bullying.
right? It was never
Yeah.
bullying.
They're never
So
being,
Well,
they're
he,
not coming back
yeah.
and forth.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
And I
just
did
So
want
attacked
to,
all the time.
I did want to mention one thing he talked about too in the letter, which was his phone being hacked, which was unclear to me of whatever he talked about that a lot in the letter about his phone being hacked or something of that nature, and how that was
I,
devastating for him.
I don't know about like, you know, I want to retract my previous statements when I said it was wild. I think that Flash, you touched on something really important, is that mental health is overlooked.
right.
I wish
Yes.
there was somewhere that person could have went to get some type of help before he went
That's
to
what
go
I
buy that
said.
gun.
Right, because that's
Yeah,
some
You know,
built up
that's it.
anger that
that
didn't
is
come
that
off
is
overnight.
That's exactly what I
right,
said. That is taboo. That he
right,
should have went to
right.
seek and said, "Hey, I'm feeling this way, and I feel
Yeah,
like I'm so angry that they're bullying me. I feel like I want to get something to hurt these people." And hopefully that professional would have been able to talk him down and say, "No, let's talk about it. Let's talk it out.
Mhm.
How about we sit down and mediate and express to them how you feel or how they make you feel,
yeah.
or something
Emotional
like that."
intelligence is so
Yeah,
important.
very much
It's so
so.
important. I gave 6 lives. If there was a resource that he had easy access to, that he could have helped, that could have helped him. Unfortunately, now we have people that are no longer here anymore. That's wild. I gotta stop saying that's
Yeah.
wild.
Exactly.
That downplays the severity of it. That's heartbreaking.
Right.
It's
It
heartbreaking.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
So.
wanted to say that like
Mhm.
self-help is really important and self-care is really important.
Facts.
And
Mhm.
feelings are not facts. And I keep saying this, like your feelings are valid. Your feelings are your feelings and they're true to you, but they're sometimes not associated with the actual facts. So he may have felt like his coworkers hated him and they were picking on him and they weren't even thinking nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? Like this,
Mhm.
I'm gonna just clock in for this hourly job and then go pick up my kids and pay my bills and take care of you know what I'm saying? So like sometimes we have to get self-help, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
that works on us. Like feelings are not always facts. And we
Exactly.
carry out on these things that are not accurate,
Facts.
So
Right.
we
Yeah.
have to look into ourselves. Self-help.
Right.
Mhm.
I'm gonna jump into this next story, which is really
Sorry.
same thing again. There was a shooting at Club Q. A
Where
gunman
was
kills
this
five.
club?
Yeah, like
It was
Colorado
in
Springs.
Colorado Springs, and this club was a LGBTQ nightclub. Um, another mass shooting, and the guy's name was Anderson Lee Aldridge, and
A
he
white guy that
is
shot
a white
people.
guy. They interviewed his father. His father absolutely disgusted me, and I feel for the victims' families who had to
Yeah,
hear
I have
this
to
pig
watch
talk
that.
about,
Yeah.
oh, I was wondering why he was there. As long as he's not gay, as long as he's not gay. He didn't even acknowledge that his son killed
Murder the
these
people.
murdered
Yeah.
individuals. All was on his mind was, oh, well, he's not gay. Who gives a rat's ass? Acknowledge the fact that your child or your son murdered these individuals for whatever reason, which was just it just pissed me off. It really.
Yeah, it was a very ignorant statement.
But you know that's the drugs talking. I'm gonna be honest, because like if you
think
saw the
that's
video,
if you saw the video, no, the video, the father
looked like he was on something.
He looked like he was on something.
He looked like white trash. No shade.
Nah, yo, the dude actually used to be like a fighter and a porn star, but
who
look like
father?
The father.
And he was like, "Oh, we're Republican. We're very conservative.
Yeah, we're very conservative.
We're Mormon." And he
Mormon.
was a porn star.
Right.
He was like, "Yeah, we're Mormon." And
I mean, he can't change his life around. He can't turn over the Mormon. Like you trying to say that he guilty of his sins forever? Fall back, TJ. But he was on drugs though.
Definitely.
No, I think if you're gonna like condemn people because they decide to sleep with whoever they want to sleep with, yeah, you get to be judged too.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, but you know what kind of made me also like raise an eyebrow about this is I saw videos of like pastors or people at churches that were giving like, you know, speeches or whatnot. And it's like they were saying, you know, well, maybe these people deserved it because they weren't like followers of XYZ and this, that, and the third. Or, you know, or they weren't like the Lord's children and this, that, and third. Like, this is what some pastors and people were saying. I'm dead ass. And it kind of made me say, like, damn, like you, like that kind of annoying me because I'm sitting here like you should be like preaching about like love and maybe forgiveness and all this other shit, but you're sitting here kind of just giving people like that
like justifying
more ammo, and justifying saying like it's right to do that, so
I feel like
kind of
I feel like we can't get caught up on people like that because there's always gonna be people like that who say just dumb shit. You remember? Because I remember way back when you know the earthquake and the hurricane and everything had hit Haiti, and then somebody had said something along the lines of, you know, it's probably because of all the evil that they're manifesting there or whatever. Sometimes people say dumb shit, and there's always gonna be people like that. We just gotta choose to ignore them and keep pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers, there's always gonna be dumb people in this world. That's one thing we will never fucking lack: dumb ass people who just.
And I pray that we get to a point in this world that we hold people accountable for saying dumb shit like that.
We
you know, like
I think
it's
as a society we getting there now because we got cancel culture.
Yes, facts.
Yeah,
definitely so. So once again, we want to condolences to the victims, to the victims' families. You know, obviously this shows this country needs to do something about gun control. I'm just going to end it right there, and we'll circle back on that because it's too many mass shootings going on. Yes, it's just
yo,
like, come on.
I was in the movies last night and they were shooting up, and I was sitting here like, you know,
where?
What?
I was in Atlanta.
They were shooting up what, drugs?
The mall I was at. Like they had a shooting just last night. One person died. I think like 5 other people got shot and shit.
Someone died?
Yeah, like while I was coming. Well, not while I was coming, but it happened like an hour before.
Did you see you didn't see the shootout though, bro?
Nah, but when I was coming out the theater, some dude was like, "You didn't see it on the app?" And I was like, "What app?" Because I didn't have the app clearly. But I was like, "What happened?" And he was like, "Yeah, 10 people got shot outside." And I was saying like, maybe it's not the perfect time to leave the movie theater." You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
But it's real shit, man. They shooting everywhere though.
Crazy.
So they need to do something about that. So we're gonna jump into our next topic. Mash, you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, we would talk about movies. This is perfect segue.
Perfect segue.
Yeah,
exactly.
What did you see?
Exactly.
What did you see, Flash?
I was seeing the Wakanda shit.
Yes.
And I'm hoping to go see it. Hopefully today we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna be.
I see it.
Funny nigga.
It's gonna happen sooner or later. I got faith in you, Mo.
Oh no, I'm gonna see it. That's not even an option.
I want to go ahead.
Nah, I'm dead ass. I'm between like positions right now and shit. So niggas just don't give a fuck about what I do. So I'm leaving work early one day. I'm just go see that shit.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
Treat yourself, King.
Yeah.
I'm clocking.
Yeah, so let's lighten up the mood a little bit. Let's talk about one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. This is comic book stuff. All right. So if you don't know,
and black culture too.
Yeah, we'll get into that. This is comic book stuff, all right? If you don't know, Marvel is out here making amazing content out here, all right? So they just released Black Panther 2. Black Panther 2 is a sequel to the first Black Panther film that was crushing it out here, touching all of our lives, inspiring the culture, got people popping out in the garb and just looking fabulous. You know what I mean? Supporting the people. Wakanda forever. But we lost my man Chad Boseman.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And, you know, They decided not to recast Black Panther as a character. They decided to continue the similar story plot that was, transcribing these beautiful texts that we have in these comic books. They follow the same story.
You see the collection.
The change from Shuri from T'Challa to Shuri, so they did that in the film. No spoilers here. I'm just saying that they did justice to my man Chad. I love the fact that they kept the grief palpable. Like, not so much that I want to cry, but let you acknowledge that there was a real life loss of a person, and still did it with taste, really, really good. I really enjoyed that. For those who don't know, it was released on November 11th, right? Like I said,
11/11/2022.
Gang,
special
gang.
date for
Gang.
into numbers.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fact.
Let's put the feels on.
I mean, you can.
I think there's power
TJ?
behind the numbers. I think, and it. You have to see the movie. You saw the movie, right? So
I just saw it.
Very spiritual. Yeah, so it's very spiritual,
I want us to do an episode on it, like real talk.
I agree.
Like, after everyone sees it,
Ratchet
Review. So
on YouTube, it's a spinoff.
Yes. There you go.
You want to plug some more? I was gonna stop with you, but once you said Ratchet Rope Review, I got excited. You want to plug some more?
So, Tribe, we have something called the Ratchet Rope Review. It airs on YouTube, so you can go ahead and follow us on YouTube at So Ratchet Space Podcast. And we talk our shit about everything that we want to talk about: reality TV, movie reviews. So hop in with us and talk your shit.
I'm making my debut on that one. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Get a robe. We want to see you in your robe.
Yeah. We talk. The Wakanda Forever robe review.
Okay.
All right.
Shake. You gonna pop out for the robe review too?
You gotta bring a robe.
Wait, but what? I don't got a robe and shit, so I'll figure that shit out. I'll figure that shit out.
You can wear your boxes.
But Wakanda Forever was released, and it opened with 181 million and generated 288 in North America, 546 million globally to date. The film's 63% drop was steeper than expected, meaning it didn't make as much as it did on the previous release. But the film has grossed over 619 million worldwide. This is the 8th highest grossing film of 2022. So the numbers did really, really well. All right. For those who don't know about the structural making of Wakanda Forever, all right, Ryan Coogler is the director, right? And he co-wrote the screenplay with Joe Cole. So Ryan Coogler is responsible for Creed series that you guys love. He did that. All right. He also did Black Panther 1. And he's a young dude. He's 36.
Nice.
36-year-old black dude.
Too.
He did Fruitvale Station as well. Killing it.
And let me tell you a little bit about his story.
Station's old. That's when he was in his 20s.
Wow. Yeah. So his story was his wife bought him like a typewriter or something like that. And he was like a struggling screenwriter or a screenplay writer. And, she just poured into him. And this blockbuster Black Panther just put him on another level, and I think they're married now. Him and the wife are married now, but she poured into him and believed in his dream and supported his dream. Just FYI, I just thought that's pretty cool about his story.
That's a fact. I'm really glad that we were able to get this representation of a black superhero continued. I'm glad we didn't cancel Black Panther because Chad passed away. I'm glad that we were able to continue to uplift the character and that whole world that they built for as a nation for Wakanda, because that was fire in itself. I don't want to talk too much because everybody hasn't seen it, but we're going to do a Ratchet Rope review on it. I just
there will be spoilers. There will be so much spoilers.
Oh my God. It is going to be the grossest review ever. It's going to be so spoiled. It's going to be ridiculous. Don't even try to do nothing extra. You're going to lose it.
Let's do it.
So Tribe, if you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it. It's something that supports the Black culture for sure. There was so many nuances in that movie that you have to see, and then hop in on us at the Ratchet Rope Review on So Ratchet Space Podcast on YouTube for details. Masha, were you complete?
I just wanted to share one thing that
you're gonna share. Are you gonna talk about Jerry? Or no?
Jerry? Who Jerry?
Mash Little Rock 9.
Little Rock 9. No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
I was gonna share a clip from Ryan Coogler. He basically he made a thank you note to the fans for supporting Wakanda Forever. He said gratitude.
Wow.
He said gratitude. That is the only words that comes to mind for your support and our work on the film Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. He said, I'm filled with it. He says, thank you. Thank you to the people who bought their tickets early and camped out opening weekend. Thank you for those who took their families, young ones, out and elders in tow. He said, to those who organize youth screenings and after parties, who've bought out theaters for communities and friends, to all those who watch multiple times and encourage other folks to check in. Our film is over 2.5 hours long, so thank you for holding those bathroom breaks. Our film has 6.
I could not move.
Our film has 6 spoken language in it. Thank you for bearing with the subtitles. And our film deals with inescapable human emotions of grief. Thank you for opening yourself up to the emotional journey of this film. We made something to honor our friend who was a giant in our industry. And we also made something to be enjoyed in the theoretical settings with friends, friends and strangers, something to be quoted and discussed, to be debated, something to make people both physically and emotionally feel seen. This medium wouldn't exist without an audience. And I thank you for giving me professional purpose and an emotional outlet. I look forward to bringing you more stories in the future. Sincerely, Ryan Coogler.
Oh,
wow.
Beautiful. I really do feel like that movie really touched the Black community in multiple ways. It was inspiring for just Black people in general. And I'm just so happy that this creative body of work is out there for our people.
I can't wait to see it. So
yeah, I did want to touch into some numbers. Do we have time for that, moderator?
Yeah, go ahead. Jump in.
So as I was watching this movie, I was like blown away by the performances. Angela Bassett, you know, she killed
it.
Roles.
Killed it.
I mean, her body was right.
Killed it.
And she has always killed her roles. And so at my, you know, I'm sure people were talking about this at Thanksgiving dinner, you know, like if you did see it in your family, but it came up at my gal's giving. And we started talking about how much these people made, and we were really appalled.
Why?
Did you guys know? I want you to guess how much you think Angela Bassett made. Not you, Mash, because you see the numbers.
I looked it up, like 500,000.
I was thinking a million. I was thinking million. I was thinking like 2 million.
No, 350K. I thought that was crazy. Letitia Wright. No, it's right.
She made. I think she made.
I'm sure that I'm sure you make like royalties and like advertising and promo. You make more, but that's how much she got for this role. Letitia Wright made 700K. She's the one that's the new Black Panther. Chadwick Boseman, when he did it his first year, he made 500K. So she made more than him in 2018.
From him.
Yep. Winston Duke, shout out to Trinidad and Tobago. He's from Trinidad. He was, you know, like one of the main characters as well. Shout out to him. And I know that Black Panther was one of his like bigger roles for him. So shout out to the Black people having like, there was a lot of Black people in this movie. And I love that. So we getting work in this industry. And I love to see more of us on screen. And then shout out to Lupita Nyong'o. She actually made 2 million. I don't know what's going on with the numbers, but she raked and she's doing things right.
I mean, you saw it. Did she deserve 2 million?
I think she is getting paid for her worth, and I want to know why Angela Bassett isn't getting paid.
I was going to say that because Angela Bassett is the senior actress.
It ain't about no senior shit. This ain't no union shit. It's about how important your character is.
I feel like her important. I feel like her character was very important. I feel like Angela Bassett's character was very important. I think she needs to check that up with her manager. Why did you only get that much for that? You know, I think whoever Lupita's manager is not playing any games, and I love that shit.
I feel like they pay based on whether they can cut your character or not. You know what I'm saying? Like we could cut you out completely, like on some real shit.
And there's a reason why she's gonna stay around. 2 million, and I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone, but I know why they're giving her 2 million.
Yeah, they're giving her 2 million,
and I didn't even know. That she was a part of whatever, but I don't want to spoil it.
So TJ, you made me want to look into it because I had to give it some comparisons, right? So Chris Pratt, for example, Guardians of the Galaxy, he received around $1.5 million for the Guardians of the Galaxy film. He received $5 million for his appearance in Infinity War. right?
Is that another Marvel movie?
Yeah, but
yes,
Disney what was
these are
huge,
Marvel
so
movies.
they paid everybody for that. They got paid,
right? But we also consider in the level of the character, right?
Yeah.
So higher level characters, meaning characters that are like Iron Man. Iron Man gets he got $75 million, right? That's how much he made from fucking from Marvel. Like 75 million, my nigga. Now,
but that's total or just for one movie?
Let me go back and double check.
I think 75 million be all his movies.
Let me see.
That's probably all his movies.
Right, because that's a lot.
Iron Man got the biggest catalog, though, don't he?
Yeah, but Iron Man has grossed. Look, Iron Man has made $10.9 billion for Marvel. Like, you understand, some of these movies make billions of dollars.
It says Mr. Marvel Moneybags. It says a July 2019 Forbes report revealed that Robert Downey Jr. received almost $75 million for his work in the most recent film.
Just one of them. Wow.
That's what I said. In the most recent film, $75 million.
Money back.
Wow.
Once again, Iron Man has made $10.9 billion. That's a lot of
again. Now, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. I think he should get more. I think they should get more. For the way I love this world that they created, that they have me so indoctrinated in. You know what I mean? They should pay them niggas a percentage of what they make off of the sales. But that's just me. You know, I don't know who's structuring the deal. But I would try to flex some shit like that.
But
I don't know why Angela Bassett got that.
But even though, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, ain't no union shit, and you know, I fucking Wakanda made mad money. She should have definitely got a little bit more. I feel like she should have got at least. I figured everybody in the movie,
she killed that role.
Every important character would have got $1 million.
At least got $1 million or better.
That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. I don't understand how politics work in Hollywood.
Look, they gonna eat off the royalties though. I know that at least.
Yeah,
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I hope so.
Yeah. So moving along.
I'm sorry.
Shake.
I really don't even know what royalties mean, but I know people get money from it, but I don't know what it means, bro.
Okay, let me tell you what it means. You get a percentage based on the contract. Every time it's released, maybe on TV, like syndicated shows, they get royalties and stuff like that. So anytime somebody, or like for music, like if they played like Mariah Carey, I think she had to give royalties to somebody else for like one of her songs. It's like a percentage that you get every time that shit is played.
Yeah, if somebody's using your body of work, you are getting paid for that.
Pay for it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So Flash, take us into our next topic.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
I thought we were saving Flash for last. Nobody want to hear this.
I know you wanted me to get cut off.
He is last.
All right. So I am then. All right. So I got two cool stories that I thought were interesting. All right. So this first story, right? And I found it interesting because I like tech shit a lot. All right. You got this dude. His name is Cho Jae-won. All right. It's a Korean dude. And he's from the urban and environmental, and he's an urban and environmental engineering professor at the National Institute of Science and Technology. All right, this is in South Korea. All right, but this dude, he developed a system that's gonna help generate energy from human feces. Okay, so this nigga literally made a toilet that's gonna turn your doo-doo into money. And I thought this shit was super interesting.
He's literally out here shitting on niggas.
Shitting on niggas.
Really,
right?
like shitting on people.
Yeah. So every time, every time that you take a shit in this toilet, all right, you earn a coin. It's called Google, like GGOOL. That's how they spell this shit. All right. So every time you take a shit, you earn some Google. All right. It means honey in Korean. All right. And I guess I'm gonna quote something from him. He says, "Being alive means you're precious." And he said, "I wanted everyone to feel they can add value and contribute to society, regardless of their wealth and age."
Oh,
all right.
I agree. I love that.
And I love this because, you know, I feel like niggas already donate blood, niggas donate sperm, niggas donate all types of shit. Now I could donate doo-doo, nigga.
But donate it to whom? Like, where?
To me, nigga. Nigga. So look, the doo-doo creates energy, and the energy can power. Like, all right. So, and the way how the technology works is that you take the doo-doo, right? And then they got these microorganisms that are just sitting there, just waiting for your brown goo, and they eat the goo. And no, I'm sorry. I hate to have to tell you this shit, but it takes the doo-doo and they eat it, and it turns into methane. And the methane is something that can help like power boilers. Yeah, it's a gas. So it could power boilers and all this other shit. I'm telling you, this shit is phenomenal.
So that's what
think
he's using it.
Why would they use? They're not using humans for this, right? They should use like cattle and shit, though, right? Wouldn't it make sense to use cattle?
No, it makes it use us because I guess maybe cattle they're probably using that shit for like grass and shit.
Right. Use that for fertilizer, right. But
you talking about me now, nigga? Like they see.
How do I get money though? How do I sign up? Like
you just gotta so I guess you just gotta go to one of the spots that has a BV toilet. I think that's what they call it.
Okay.
And yeah, so it would just let me show
you
y'all.
Buy the toilet?
How do they identify your poop, bro? How do they identify?
I don't think you want this toilet, TJ.
You gotta sign in before you shit, bro.
When you see the picture of this toilet, I don't know if you gonna.
Can we see it?
I just had it up. I'm looking for it.
We gotta sign in before we shit, bro.
Very interesting.
Oh, here we go. Let me show you what this shit look like.
All right, Flash.
How do I stream present?
I
should have done this.
From Windows a long time ago, Flash.
All right, I'm sorry. I had it though. I had it ready. All right, so this is the BV toilet. Okay.
Oh, I like that toilet.
It's cute. It's cute.
Yeah.
All right.
Why is it hidden behind the wall? What's wrong?
Because look, hold on. You gotta see the console and shit. So here it go. Like you sit down on that. Look, it's got all the fucking shit that goes into it. You press it and you earning the money. So you could probably put one of these in your house and you could just literally like be shitting and earning money like on the fly. Like you should be. This is amazing.
And you scan it. Oh,
you can buy coffee and shit.
Yeah, you let them know.
Coffee, all types of shit.
10 Google a day is how much you get.
So look,
you can buy coffee, noodles, fruits, books. Okay.
Yeah, this nigga really got like shit in a.
He's selling you stuff to make you shit more and shit. Yeah. You gotta give you some potassium.
Yeah, the shit's like breaking
bananas
bad.
and coffee, my nigga.
You know why I like this though? You know why I respect while it's not conventional, while this is not conventional, you know why I like this though? Because in his thinking, he thought of everybody. So even a homeless person can benefit from this because they can get money to get their. I'm just being honest.
About that. I didn't even think about that.
Even a homeless person because they're everybody everybody has bowel movements. Every last one of us.
Mo, you just solve poverty, my nigga.
That's what I'm telling you.
If this toilet could like give homeless people money, you think they would keep it clean?
Yeah, because if it's gonna benefit
have attendant.
Yeah,
have an attendant clean the bathroom after everybody.
Yeah, after everybody. Yeah,
you definitely got to put a limit.
So if you look at, if you really,
I think there is a limit. It's 10 whatever a day. You can only get 10 Google a day.
But what I'm saying is now you can't live in it. But if you really look at the bigger picture, it can help the less fortunate out. Whether
it really can.
Whether you get 10 whatever a day, it allows them to support themselves in some type of way. Money. Okay, let me get a coffee. Let me get a food to eat or something like that for the day.
I think it's just gonna get weird if you start like collecting other people's shit to bring to this toilet.
Well, that's weird.
So you show up with like 2 pills, like, yo, let me in.
Yeah.
All right, easy.
His dog's poop. You know what I'm saying? He collected dog poop from the corner. Oh, nasty.
Exactly. But he has but like I said, if you're thinking about it on that level, on that macro level, as far as it can support the less fortunate is all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right though. You're right.
I know. And I mean, at the end of the day, we want and the way society is now. Matter of fact, the way our world is shaping up right now, we want to use as much reusable energy as possible. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If we can reuse methane in order to make something for us, especially power, you talking about powering stuff up, and power is really becoming scarce now because you got to remember that a lot of things that power the things that we use are
like fossil fuels.
They're not infinite. What's the word I'm looking for?
Fossil fuels, nigga.
No, what's the word I'm looking for? Then if they're not infinite, they're
finite.
Finite.
Okay.
They're finite, all right? Mm-hmm. So we need to be looking into better ways in order for us to supply power.
We need to protect this man at all costs, okay? This nigga is a fucking genius, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know nobody out here. I don't know nobody out here.
That was smart.
What's his name?
Ways to use shit creatively.
Is he single? Does he want to blacken it? A Blasian baby?
Thanks. Hey, Mike.
Because I'm saying at the bare minimum, at least, even if the homeless person can't get a job, they can at least do this at least once a day. At least once a day to feed themselves and do something.
Shit, I mean, while we talking about that, we gotta protect the water nigga too. I mean, the water guy too, the one who makes the water from thin air like that. That's necessary, yo. Like
he's a vet too, by the way. He was a vet.
He's a vet.
A veteran.
I got you. All right, so
All right,
that's
go
one
ahead.
story I got. All right, I got one more story for y'all. All right.
That was
Mhm.
a good one,
That's
Yeah, I
Flash.
like
Yeah,
that, Flash.
yeah.
That's very interesting. I must
Yeah.
Yeah.
say.
All right. So the other story I got is kind of is techish too. All right. So Oakland police kind of want to be able to use robots, and
It's the end of the
they,
world.
and they want to arm them with shotguns. Okay.
What? Nah, I
All
don't
right.
trust no robots with no
They
End of
want
the
to
world,
shotgun.
bro.
arm these. So
They gonna
according
be
to
killing black people too, same way.
look, I
Mhm.
don't know, but look, according to California state law, so this is something that they kind of had to seek approval for, or that they have to look into by getting permission from city council, and city council will kind of determine like, hey, you can use these type of things in my, in my neighborhood, or in these
Yeah.
neighborhoods, or whatever the case is. Okay. They want to be able to use it in quote unquote emergencies. And I feel like with that gets kind of sticky because they're going to be the ones to determine what those emergencies are. So, that's kind of weird. And, right now there's a lot of discussion about like, what are they going to put in the gun as far as ammo? So initially they kind of want to use like airbags or air guns or whatever they call them to, see
Okay.
through or take out
But
somebody.
not bullets.
like the
Not real
beanbag
bullets.
guns, like the
Yeah,
beanbag guns, the
yeah, or
rubber
whatever,
bullets.
they shoot, man, or maybe rubber bullets, right? But I feel like when they're being questioned about, use or possible use of real ammo in it, they don't want to put that language into what that is with this, because they want it to be open to their interpretation of also how they use this robot as well. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to want to experiment, unfortunately, and because I'm such a person that wants to research this, I got a picture of what this thing looks like.
Okay,
So
cool.
Oh,
this
good.
is
I want to see it.
Flash,
so
I just
go
think
ahead.
they don't want to lock themselves in a box. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. All right,
They
so I
want-
want you to look at this nigga. This nigga look like Johnny Five on some real shit.
He
All right.
does.
So
Lord.
right.
Or
So this
a
nigga,
low budget Johnny Five.
No,
At least make it
low
look like
budget.
Johnny Five.
No, that actually looks like the bomb robot. You know
that's
the
what these
robot
are.
goes
So
in
Yeah.
there
that's what these are.
to detach the
Okay.
bombs and stuff.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
imagine this shit now armed with a shotgun. This shit changes the game, because
Changes the game.
because he look kind of friendly in this picture. Like if I
Right.
seen him, like it's cool. But if he armed with a shotgun, now this shit kind of get crazy.
Nothing about this.
My
Nothing about this
problem.
makes me feel good.
This is where it starts. This is where fucking.
The end, bro. This is the end, the beginning of the end, bro. This is how it started, bro.
Yo,
a nigga gonna come back from the future and be like,
yo,
don't do it.
right.
I'm telling you.
Yo, could you imagine being shot by this shit, and the first thing it says, "Oops"? Like, no,
I
nigga,
would be
these-
more scared to be if I saw
No.
one of these things. I'd be like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't run and you can't hide.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
I
you
can
know
run.
what I'm
He ain't
saying?
that shit ain't fast. I'm fast, yo. Fuck out of here.
You ain't faster
You know
than
what I'm
bullets,
It's a
nigga.
machine, nigga.
That shit catch you in your ass,
Right.
nigga.
That
You
shit
gonna
that
fight.
right.
Word. They got
I
the
don't
fucking
trust it.
control where it can find out where your head is and everything. You got the little face triangle,
This-
the little face square.
This
the
nigga
little
Joe trying to
face
dodge shit
square
like
and
this.
At a
Nigga,
minimum,
this shit got a
it's
headshot
gonna
on
have
nigga
like
already.
that. It's gonna have like that detector that can tell like body heat, and so they'll be able to find you wherever you're hiding. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So I think this is something that's supposed to be like, man controlled at first. So, but this is kind of where it starts though. Somebody's gonna probably be controlling the robot, going
Yeah.
through whatever the threat is, and they actually use one of these to kill a Dallas sniper one time. All right, they strapped like a C4 bomb to this shit, and I guess it rolled up into wherever he was at. Popped in, what's up, my nigga? Boom. And that was it. So just know, like, this shit is getting scary out here.
They sacrificed $1 million pieces of equipment to kill one dude. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
now they like, nah, we not doing that no more. We just gonna put a gun on it. We just gonna add a gun.
Yo, this shit do cost, how much they said? Oh, it cost like 151,000 in 2008. So I don't even know what the hell is worth now.
I'm sure once they mass produce it, that price point will go down significantly.
Absolutely.
And then
absolutely.
I'm just worried about the people behind it because that doesn't change. These robots are not moving themselves, right? It doesn't have emotional intelligence. So it's going to be the people behind it. And I want to know if numbers do go down in, us seeing us targeted from the police, like black people, brown people. I wonder if anything's going to change.
TJ, I think you're going a little too far with the concept, but
but she's right though. Like, what if you trying to rob some shit and you running out of Dillard's with these fucking Montclair coats or some shit, and then the robot in front of the store. You gotta drop them shits.
But I don't think they're gonna use it in that depth yet. It's probably if we're talking about using it, it'll probably put them in a situation like you said with the sniper, where nobody could actually feel safe going inside there. That would be the situation in which they would use these type of robots.
Give it time,
not to be on patrol.
Give it time.
Not to be
I think that's where we're moving. To be honest with you, I see maybe in like 2040, I could see this happening. But what like they have cameras. Anytime I go over 25 miles per hour, that they take a picture and send me to in my damn
No, it's not 25.
That's evil.
So don't get fake news, okay, TJ? It does not ticket you unless you're going over 35. Okay, so keep it at a moderate 30, and you will not get a ticket.
Yo,
right?
Fuck that.
It says 25. Yeah, so
no, 25 is a speed limit. 25 is a speed limit, but it will not ticket you until you go over 35. So you keep it at a moderate 30. You'll be fine. Yeah, you keep it at a moderate 30. Yeah.
Look, all I know is they're using these robots to do a lot of shit. I be sitting here looking at the shit they got in the supermarket now. The nigga that be trying to hand you coupons as you pass by, that nigga's a spy. He the ops. All right.
Wow.
All right, he the ops.
Nah, nigga,
thank you for that information.
No flash. Your phone is the ops, bro. Your phone is the ops. All right, remember that.
Yes.
All right.
Facts.
Actually,
so go ahead. I was gonna
instead of doing my news, can I put?
I was gonna ask
on blast.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to move to go into your stuff. So you're gonna talk about.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about Ratchet Rope Review. I was gonna talk about some reality TV, but I think I want to take this opportunity to blast Whole Foods. I really feel I don't know, is this conversation of you talking about at this grocery store and talking about racial profiling. I feel like I was racially profiled at the Yonkers Whole Foods.
Why though?
At Ridge Hill. I went shopping, and you guys know I'm OCD. I like to check out my own groceries, and so I went grocery shopping for my gal's giving. Okay, the chef could have done that, but she didn't. Whatever, I did it. So I go to Whole Foods and I get ready to check out, and this black lady, she was Jamaican because I could tell with the accent. She's like, "Oh, I can check you out over here," and I'm like, "This is self-checkout. There's a whole lane for that, And so she ends up saying, yeah, you have like too much stuff. You need to like check it out in a different way. So she calls her manager over. And has her manager literally watch me as I scan my items. And then she makes these comments behind my back like, oh yeah, there's something wrong with this register over here. And that's why I need to stand over here and make sure that everything works appropriately. So I scanned the collard greens and I put in 2. And she came over and she was like, did you put in 2 for that? And I was like, yeah,
wow,
I did. Right there. And I felt a way. And so immediately I just started laughing. I should have put out my phone and started to record it. So I initially started laughing like, oh, this is crazy. They're literally watching me thinking that I'm stealing. And by the way, I was so exhausted. I did a 3-week work day. So after working a 12-hour shift at night, I woke instead of going home and getting some rest, I went straight to Whole Foods in my work uniform. I'm in full scrubs. It has my hospital logo on my arm. Why would I be stealing food from Whole Foods at 8:39 in the morning in my work outfit?
Yo, TJ, she felt tough. She wanted to bully you and shit.
Because I know I look very young.
And I said the same. And I hate to be the stereotypical black person, but in that moment, I would have classed
straight up. Like yes, as soon as she was like, "Did you put I 2, bitch?"
Yes, to be honest, I felt very violated. I left this, but actually, as I bagged up my stuff, I bagged up my stuff, and then I was leaving, and I saw like the card for you to go ahead and write a review. And I said, let me go back around and get their names because I think I want to write a review because I don't like the way that this feels. I go back around and I overhear them talking about, I'm sure she was trying to steal stuff. I heard them having this conversation, and I go, what's your name? And she was like, and I looked at it. I said, oh, your name is Delcita. And I said, and what's your name? It was a white woman, which is the manager. And she said, oh, my name is Karen. I said, of course you would be a Karen. And she said, yes, I am.
They got a community of Karen.
She agreed.
She said, yes, I am.
She's the ringleader,
And
TJ. I swear.
I was just so hurt. I called Monique, damn near getting ready to cry in the car, telling her how violated I felt.
Fucking shed no tears.
Poor
God damn
baby.
it, you better
So
give me their
I
names and
do get
numbers.
to
You
write
can
a
rate
letter.
them
And I
niggas
told
up.
her, and I told her what to add in there.
Formal
And I,
complaint.
For their
because here's the
reservation.
thing. Here's the thing. Because once you, first of all, we all know there's two things you can't play with mental health, even with dogs as a service animal. You can't ask me shit about my dog if you can't ask me if it's a service. You really can't. And I told her putting that shit that I am OCD.
I am though. I don't want
Yeah.
everybody touching my groceries. That's
No,
why I
but
don't go to checkout
but
with
that's
everybody
not-
else. I don't
but
like
that's
even
what I'm
putting
saying,
my
that's
stuff on the conveyor
But
belt.
that's not
how
for them
crazy
to
I am.
know. Right. That's not for them to know, but that's for corporate to know. The reason why I chose, yes, she did ask me to, but I am OCD. I chose, which is an option for me to choose, self-checkout. That's why it's there.
And
It's
I'm
called
watching all these
self-checkout.
white people around me. They just not even looking at them.
And sometimes it be your own people. Like she said, the lady
She was
Caribbean descent.
Jamaican.
And anyhow it was me, I would have said something to him, fucking practical.
I was tired and I was
let her know,
violated.
bitch, I
was
see
so
you.
hurt.
Okay.
I would have started counting like Count Dracula. You want to cut my items? 1, 2, 2.
That's pretty much what she did. She stood over me.
I'd have been nervous because I probably would have only scared one collard green. I ain't even gonna hold you. It probably would have only been one collard green scared. She'd have popped
But
up
I
there.
do
I'd
this
be like,
in my
what?
sleep. I know how to, because I do it all the
I missed
time.
that
I
one.
love
Yeah,
self-checkout, you know, because
yeah,
I want to make sure that like I don't like everybody touching them. And I go in, the first thing I do in the supermarket, I go straight to the Sandy wipes. I wipe my cart down and I use those same wipes for everything in the store. When I'm picking shit up, you're gonna see me pick it up with the white wipe and wipe my shit down a little bit. I don't want everybody touching it. I don't even put it on the conveyor belt. But anyway, I shout out to so I don't know, we need to create something where we
whoever
get to clown
that cashier was,
Delcita is her name. Delcita and the manager Karen.
You hate your job. You hate your job, and that shit was covetousness. All right,
Delcita, don't let it do it to you. Don't let it do it to you, Delcita.
Delcita, we're gonna get your picture up, gang. We're gonna put you out here, gang. We appreciate that shit.
All right.
And Karen, I don't care. You could, even if you needed to do that, you didn't have to stand over the person. You could watch from a motherfucker. You could watch from a motherfucking distance, Karen. Okay, that's the fuck, and that's probably what I would have said. Knowing me, and then I would have started acting crazy, like, oh my god, I'm feeling anxious. I'd be like, I'm feeling anxious. Back the fuck up off of my personal space, ma'am. I'm feeling anxious.
I get to write a review, and I think because I just shared it, I'm gonna write a review because I'm actually really hurt by it, and it did put a
send you a whole bunch.
Send a letter to corporate.
Send a letter to corporate. A whole bunch of coupons and shit.
Fuck
free
that shit.
And
we try to get free shit out of this. Sophisticated.
I don't even want free shit. I just
but that not that you want it, but
we want justice.
But you need to write to the fact that they feel bad enough to give you.
We're talking about the Whole Foods on One Ridge Hill Boulevard, Yonkers,
That's
New York.
correct. That's correct.
Trash ass Whole Foods people who got my partner feeling away.
Delcita and Karen.
Shitty customer service. And the supervision from Karen, who ain't about shit.
Ain't about shit. Ain't about shit.
All right, don't get canceled,
guys.
Don't get canceled.
I feel like I need y'all to have my back.
Yeah, that's how I was on the phone. Like, oh, you gonna put this in the letter, TJ? We gonna write this in there, and you know, I was like, I felt the way.
Mo was like, yo, you need me to come down there with the heels, girl?
Yo, when I used to work in retail, I think the strongest threat that I've ever seen, and it was always the white people that always came in and do it. They would be like, I need them number to corporate. And once they start saying that shit, that was like the taboo shit to say. It was like, corporate. I was like, they mean business.
You got a number for corporate? I'd have been on some shit like that.
I should have said that to Karen, but I got something for that ass. And I'm never going back there again. I'm gonna go ahead and find another Whole Foods because I just can't. I'm not going back to there. And I usually go there because it's easy. I could park right there. I park in the same
make them
spot.
inconvenience yourself.
There's another one that you
do not make them inconvenience you, TJ. Fuck that.
Exactly.
I shall not be moved.
Yes. So we're gonna close out our current events episode with that last Rich Hill, y'all suck. The Whole Foods in Rich Hill, but we're gonna jump into a ratchet pick really quickly. Yeah, SR pick,
bro.
Yeah, boom.
Oh, my fault. Sorry.
Yeah, the Whole Foods.
It's my fault.
Yes. I'm gonna send it to Shake to do his SR Ratchet pick. What's our SR Ratchet pick, Shake?
So this week, yo, I started listening to. So this week, I was on Audible, right?
Okay.
And Audible sent me a message and shit saying, "My nigga, my brother, you got 10 credits. Either you use it or lose it." And I was like, God dang. So I need to get some books. So one of the books I got was actually recommended by a few different gurus and stuff like that, self-help gurus. It was How to Make Friends and Influence People by, what's the name of the author? Bill Carnegie, I believe.
Dale Carnegie.
Okay. Such a great book.
It should be
It is a classic. It should be on everyone's bookshelf because there are so many tidbits that you can learn from it by getting friends. And I'll have this week, all right, I have been using some of the philosophies from it. And on Friday, on Friday, I got free drinks at the bar from the bartender. Okay, and then that night right there, I was in the drive-thru talking to the people at McDonald's. They gave me extra fries and shit for free. Okay, I'm just saying this shit works, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I applied this to my fucking fuckboy shit, like, damn, I could go to new levels. I'm just saying that. All right, but it's a great book if you want to apply it to like doing business with people. It's a great way to make friends. It's a great way to do business. It's a great way to treat people.
Thanks, Mash.
Let's just say that. All right. So definitely check out that book, How to Win Friends and Influence
People,
notes, y'all. By Dale Carnegie.
Definitely.
Yeah, you can click the show notes in the link.
Facts. It'll be in the show notes.
And of course, before we go anywhere, TJ, let them know where they can find us.
Yes, tribe. Go ahead and find us everywhere you hear podcasts: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio. Then you can go ahead and hit us up on IG. We're at So Ratchet Podcast on IG, So Ratchet Podcast on TikTok, So Ratchet Pod on Twitter, So Ratchet Space Podcast on YouTube, where you can see our beautiful faces and handsome faces. And go ahead and hit the like button right now, hit the subscribe button right now, hit the follow button right now, and then share us with a friend. You all are the tribe. We couldn't be here without you, and we just thank you for listening to this episode.
Yes, we thank you. The word of the week winner is Shake, who had 3. So we give it to Shake. You won the word of the week.
You better dance like a hoe.
All cute looking.
Hey, and of course, we want to thank you for listening to another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet, guys. We love you, tribe.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Peace.
Peace.
Deuces.